As I was struggling with this passenger side upper bell housing bolt, I had a brilliant idea, I thought. Why didn't the engineers put a hole in the transmission tunnel to stick a wrench through on both sides? I may try that. I noticed that the bolts came within 1 to 2 inches of the forward and most superior aspect of the transmission housing, which is just sheet metal. And I asked myself if there was a hole, an access point there that I could put my 19 millimeter socket through, it'd be a lot easier to get these things in and out. So as I began contemplating how to remove these 19 millimeter bolts from this Fiat 124 transmission bell housing, I tried to think of some easier way to do it than just 1/4 of a turn of an open wrench on the passenger side and 3 feet of extension on the driver's side through a almost unseeable hole. And I came up with an idea. By way of preview, these are what the holes look like upon completion, demonstrating both the transmission bolt and the starter bolt. And these are the rubber plugs I used to close those holes with. So this is the hole for the speedometer cable, and this is the pilot hole I drilled. It's just a little bit above and to the right of the actual 19 millimeters. So I'm going to put another pilot hole right about here before I start expanding it with the step drill. Practicing on some other sheet metal, I use these step drills to create this 1-inch hole. Diameter on these holes with the step drill is right around 1 inch, and that gets the 19 millimeter through it easily. And there's my 19 millimeter socket on the end of my extension going onto the bolt. Heck of a lot easier than crawling into the car. Going up to a little over 1 inch with the step drill, I'm looking straight at that 19 millimeter on the driver's side. And there's my 1-inch rubber grommet plug in place that I purchased in a variety pack from Amazon, period. I'll measure these distances out for you so that you know a little bit more exactly where these holes go. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. All right, so those are the 2 holes for access to the 19 millimeter bolts at the top of the bell housing. This up here is the hole for the speedometer cable. This hole here is right about 4 inches on center from the crease right there at the top of the transmission tunnel. This crease is a little bit lower, so this one's about 3.5 inches from the top, which I can't see very well, but you get the idea. It's about 3.5 inches, and these holes are on center about 6 1/4 inches apart. These are the 2 1-inch rubber plugs I'm going to put in those holes when I'm done, and then cover it up, of course, with the hush mat. A lot easier. Think about it. These are the rubber plugs I bought from Amazon. I'll put a link below.